Hey there YouTube, Skolzy here from Infamous Warfare, and I'm going to be giving you a gameplay commentary on hardhat TDM, and this game is going to be having both myself and Bullet in, but I didn't really want to talk about this gameplay. I wanted to talk more about the sort of situations myself and Bullet get put in terms of the people we get put alongside with to play in games, and it's more to show the amount of effort we have to put in to win our matches, where the people we get put in games with get sort of lower scores, and which doesn't really help a lot, because when you're in a game and you're losing by a considerable amount, it takes a lot of effort to get it back, and if the people you're playing with aren't putting in as much effort to get them kills, or maybe they're just not as familiar with the gameplay styles of other people or how to play the maps, it doesn't really help when you're trying to keep your win-loss ratio up high or trying to better it. But so in a few of the last games, or in more recent games, we've been getting put in sort of either halfway but on a losing team that are losing pretty bad, and in sort of scores that, or with sort of scores that are sort of near on impossible to come back from. I know it is possible to come back from those scores, but I mean some of the scores are ridiculous. And even though we have started this game from the start, you can see the score already is 2,000 to the other team to 1,000, so they're already 1,000 points ahead of us. But I mean, you'll see just how much work myself and Bullet have to do. Even though my overall kill death ratio for this game isn't great, I mean Bullet's one goes is kind of alright, I'd say. Mine was not great, but when you see the final end scores, the people on our team, no disrespect to them, to be honest, they helped by getting the kills that they got, and without them we wouldn't have won. But I mean, without myself and Bullet playing, they would have had quite a big defeat on their hands. So yeah, I mean, you will see a sort of our play style. I tend to normally stick around the outside of the maps as much as possible, so I've sort of got my back covered. And with hardhat, I like this area itself, because you can normally gauge which way the enemies are coming from by looking at the radar. That guy in the Reaper is trying to take me down there, and luckily I didn't go out there, even though the red marker wasn't there. Luckily I didn't go out, otherwise I would have been dead, but then I got killed anyway. But yeah, this area here I tend to like to sort of gravitate to, as you can sort of gauge which way the enemy is coming from via the spawns and using the radar. So you can and use that JCB digger as cover. It's a great bit of cover to defend that area, and you can also sort of just edge in and look down towards where I am now and catch off those people just sitting there and trying to get the kills. But I also sometimes I like sitting here as well, because you can just pick off anyone that tries to sneak in, just like that Luke guy did. You can try and pick them off there, but then you have the worries of the tunnel from behind and the area to the right. So I mean, they're more or less my two favourite places to sit in on this map. But I mean, the tunnel is normally a no-go for me, because it's just such a hot spot for dying, where you get people either sitting on top of the tunnel just directly to my right, or camping at the end of the tunnel, just picking off people as they run past, which I think I do at some point in this game, and luckily get a kill there by shooting some guy's bouncing Betty. I bet he wasn't expecting that. And I actually read a tip yesterday about the bouncing Betties, that if you go prone when you set off a bouncing Betty, you can't die. So that's going to be something I test out. And unluckily there, two guys, no bullets. Well, I did have some, but it was never going to go the way I would want it to. And as you can see by looking at the score, we've pulled it back to level heading, and we've even taken the lead now, which I think is quite an achievement for, well, it's not nothing to be shouting about, but I mean, to come back is always a sort of result for anyone. Unfortunately, get taken out by a guy sniping on top of the end pole, which not a lot of, some people find sit up there, but not a lot of people know you can get a nice view down the tunnel from lying on there. Not many people look up there from this end of the tunnel. So I'm sort of just gravitating. I've looked on the radar and I can see some of them are heading round. I'm going to pick them off as they're being distracted by Agent Graw Jr. And just waiting. Our recon drones. One thing that really annoys me about the recon drone is that a Stinger missile, the recon drone will deploy flares to distract the Stinger missiles, and I think it takes near on 3 Stinger missiles if I'm not mistaken, but with something like a A6 Overwatch, which actually kills you, it takes 1 Stinger missile, and attack helicopters, for example, 1 Stinger missile finishes that off, which obviously is good for you because you can get rid of it quicker, but with something like a recon drone that can keep tagging you, and I mean, sometimes I actually welcome recon drones if I'm in a good enough mood, because I feel where it keeps you locked on that enemy's radar, if you're playing well enough and sort of using your cover, you can get more kills because they're going to be coming towards you. But I mean, it's just a matter of time before they actually do pick you off. But this game is coming to an end, or it just has come to an end. Hope you enjoyed that. Check out the scoreboards and you can see the difference between mine and Bullet's scores compared to the people on our team, and just how much effort we have to go to win our games. I'm not complaining because it means more kills for us, but just look at that. Okay guys, more videos coming soon. Check us out. Thanks. Bye.